Ho ho everybody, it's your Wonderful Wind Mage, your cruise ship servant, Chartreuse Proxy, ever and always at your service now. Oh, I'm so tired today. I am so tired. I was at work for an hour extra because customers had to come in at the last moment and I'm sick and tired of it. I have tomorrow off at least, so I'm gonna look to see if I can't enjoy myself otherwise. But at least for now, dude, I am through. At the very least, I don't necessarily have to yap too much in tower defense. Okay, let's be honest here. I kinda actually maybe really do kinda have to yap in tower defense, but we'll figure how it goes. First and foremost, we're getting the Yomu color palette on, cause I play Yomu when it comes to it here in Mon TD. But I hope everybody's doing well today. Today is a wonderful August 14th. It is a Thursday, and I have work off tomorrow. Thank the gods. So we're gonna chill out when it comes to it then, and just continue on. Because last time around when we got to it, we got around to Wind God's Late, after having the rabbit hordes defend Warrior Shrine when it comes to it then, quite frankly. So let's just continue on with the usual, quite frankly. I have my usual batch of upgrades when it comes to it then. That is perfectly fine when it comes to it. I need to chat Kadya. She is a summon when it comes to it, so I have that upgrade perfectly out then. And I'm just going to chill on by. But yeah, today was an absolute travesty when it came to retail and everything in between or so, and I just was not dealing with it. Okay, first and foremost, that is a bunch of silver wolves coming on here. Now, we do have a lot of space, and it seems like they're all going to converge on this one central path to start. But it seems like this road can kind of split when it comes to it here. So let's not put all our eggs into one basket. Though, of course, I could just put, like, a Kaguya in the bat. But let's see what we have for other people here. First of all, we have a speed spring. We also have a few cages around. This has a naughty fairy. Increased damage of stunning summons. Hello. Throws rots at teammates. Now she's throwing rots. It's not enough. Hello, interesting. I don't remember seeing you before, so you might be new. But I just wanted to see exactly what was in that cage. And then for now, let's see what else is in here. So in these right here, is it just 100 power each? Just about, and yes, there's, okay, 2 protection points we have to look at then. But otherwise, I could absolutely... Okay, yeah. It's just 100 power. So if we get key drops, that's just basically free spaces when it comes to it then. I do absolutely think we get the fairy out just to see how I can work with her then. And then what would be the first idea? So you have to remember, first spell tower is going to, like, first spell power level 3 is free. Of course, my mind goes back to autopiloting with Marissa and not caring too much about it. And then I could absolutely get like a Kaguya or 2 in this case then. Like if I put a Kaguya down, move this fairy a little bit, and let's say like we upgrade both and start things up. Let's see how this goes then. I'm gonna get my feet back when it comes to it and just see how I chill out. First and foremost, I just hope that everybody is chilling pretty well today. I hope that everybody's been able to have themselves a good Thursday compared to mine, considering how much pain and suffering I've been having on the retail side when it comes to it. But that's retail when it comes to it at the end of the day, and well, it's not really going to put too much stock on that then, you know? I'm just making my ends meet with whatever I can do. I'm gonna have to punch you guys a little bit more. I'm gonna wait just a second when it comes to it. I'm gonna need a Danmaku tower to deal with you bozos here. So let us leak is what's gonna happen. Perfect. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. I'm getting this Yamame out just so that way I can have a little bit of a buffer when it comes to it, because I need to be able to deal with these boys here. And then maybe like a Cherno as well. I would like to unlock that spring when it comes to it, but that's gonna come in time. So for now, let's just have my Marissa deal with things up here, of course, and then we take a look at who else is coming along. Got to do, oh, that was a good day when you got to draw paid even. I saw that you were doing, what was it, a word commission? Or like a commission by letters or so? Which is very curious. Very curious as to how you dictated that necessarily overall then. Okay. Marissa can fall back. I'm gonna need Yamame to get better when it comes to it then, rather. Because I want her to be my line of defense against these wolves and to really be poisoning them as soon as we can on the line. And I am so worried that I'm gonna be leaking. Not leaking exactly, but I'm absolutely gonna need more power. So get a race in here if I can. Because I don't have enough firepower yet, necessarily, to be able to deal with things on their own. To have Marissa kind of being my end-all be-all. Technically, Ran would have been better, because then she's an extra buffer against all the wolves. But I can't deny that I love having Marissa just being my mobile flying turret when it comes to it now, you know? Chances are I should also probably open up a pad right here when it comes to it for the future, because, yeah, if these guys start going the other way, I'm gonna have to start dealing with them, and we are seeing that ramification right now. Now, thank goodness I can just kind of go ahead, do something like this. Some Minarikos are coming along in that way. Okay, not the biggest deal in the world. Let's keep this Yamame going on this side, and then I do think chances are I'd like to have a Ran, probably. That'll be good. Marissa is Wild Low-Key. I mean, it's just two combinations of, like, getting the... I leaked somewhere on the right side because I wasn't paying attention. Getting the upgrade to where your first level 5 spell upgrade is free, and then, of course, getting the upgrade to where your towers can still shoot while you're carrying them is the other side of the equation, because you're seeing just how free it is to just have them carry on through and just do everything for your side. Because Marissa gets to hit the entire map, and then we just kind of chill on that side then, you know? This might have been the leak problem, so in that case then I want this Rand to be level, to be max level, to be level 3 at least. That way I can get my Chen summon. Perfect. Got my Chen, so that way she'll be able to control any leaks when it comes to it from now on. Yeah, no, Marissa's the hard carry. Of course, like, the struggles is going to be like you're seeing here, like, with the wolves and how these are magic-resistant enemies. So I have to actually level up my Danmaku side here. That's why we have this Yamame to help out on this end. This Yamame, this Racen's kind of here too, and then any other fires I can put out since my Yomu has a higher base attack than what's his face. Then I'm losing everything right now. Protagonist of the Touhou series name. Ooh, that's a bat. Well, actually, that's being dealt with, so we're totally fine on that side. Protagonist of Touhou series name. Man, my brain is actually so blasted so much. Touhou protagonist. That tells you how tired I am. Reimu. Man, I don't have the energy after this. Like what? I am telling you, I retail working 9 hours, well over time than I expected to today, just due to, I wouldn't say unruly customers, but customers coming in at the very end of the shift, you know, 5 minutes still, and it's just like, what am I supposed to do situation kind of thing. Really makes you want to question everybody and everything in the world. Other thing I could have done actually too is get a Yuka. And honestly, I think I would like to maybe have a Yuka, but I don't have space to justify her. That is, unless I do something like this. So if I move things around, like put Trina right there, have Yuka, that way she can be on every tile when it comes to it. Then for the sunflowers, so I want these sunflowers to really be my economy, and I will go ahead and speed up time since it seems like I can control this wave without a problem. Okay, move our peeps around in this case then. Ooh, moving Kadia right there moves where that bun's gonna go. That's that, and these wolves are going a bit faster than I would like. Now, granted, I'm not paying as much attention to the wave itself, because I'm trying to just get Yuka online ASAP. Get some Sawakos. Okay, you're gonna have to adjust then, in that case. Not the worst ever, I'm just, you know, trying to be active enough, because these wolves are, of course, the biggest concern. Yamame getting to poison people on the line is very important. That's really just like every other small thing that I'm gonna have to just keep put out fire-wise. That, and if I can just go ahead and start trimming these fairies over here, that's the best thing. Thank you, Yuka. Lovely. Max level Yuka. So now I just have to pay attention to this top side, because I need to staunch the bleeding flow when it comes to it over here then. Because the biggest problem is going to be the Senais, which I really need this Yamame to be doing the most work with. That and Suwako here too. Now, how am I going to deal with Suwako? Well, quite frankly, I think I'm just going to slice her a bunch of times and then pray that Yamame can continue to do work. I just need to, like, whack you, like, a ton of times over, quite frankly. And just continue hoping on that side. And then, honestly, I want to get this Kaguya going. Because having her summon more Lunar Rabbits is going to be, well, important. And then it's just a Tori Robot time that I need to start shredding. So, strategy with that is pretty simple. We're going to move over, get this Yamame to just start firing away. Probably move these Racins around in that case. And have Yamame just sit nice and pretty here otherwise. These hordes I can naturally deal with. I'll give it a second. That's 2 bombs. Hello? That is very, very, very delicious, I will say. I'm gonna upgrade these sides here, but then I need to start putting some fires out. Yes, I have to pay attention to up here for 2 seconds, if I can help it. Let's put that down. I want to have another Kaguya for this lane when it comes to it then, as a secondary anti-air, and so that she can just start working. Lovely. I can bomb this corner when it comes to it. She's doing good work. I will go ahead just whack an eye when it comes to it, and then upgrade this Kaguya all the way. So now I have Buddy Army on both sides. Yes, I'm actually going to be pretty happy with that right there. Otherwise, let's move this fairy over here. That way, we can continue helping. Marissa is providing just logistic support, quite frankly, when it comes to it overall. And we are pretty set in stone, quite frankly, if I do say so myself. Because this Kaguya gets to be upgraded once I get a little bit more power. Lovely. Now I have full rabbit armies when it comes to it, and I think I'm pretty set, because I have anti-air, I have physical, I have lots of ways to deal with them on both the physical and magic front, and not too much of a problem past this here. I will go ahead and watch a Senai or two, though, just to get them out of here. This Yuka is paying off well. Yamame doesn't need to do too much more over here on this side. Yeah, I could have her do some support, quite frankly. Otherwise, next plan is get this Churno up. Yeah, I don't care about those Senais, because I have more than enough support over here then. That is a lot of magic resist. But Yamame gets to deal with this, quite frankly, without any problems. And then for any of these Ayas that are going around, the Kaguyas are just gonna shred them, quite frankly. Yep. Not worried a single bit. Otherwise, Yamame needs to rush over here and just start dealing to these Notori mechas, if I can help it. Notori mechas starts getting burnt down on the physical end with all that poison ticking. Well, if we work, we will upgrade this Raisin when I have the chance. Thank you. Lovely stuff so far. I can absolutely send the next wave early. I am more than confident in my current skills. Let's go ahead and shred this Suwato. Tentacles? A part of a giant creature that regenerates after being cut off. Hello? Giant immune to disabling buffs, entangling aura. What the heck? We got... Is this a boss chapter? Because if so, then I did not remember that this is a boss chapter in this case then. Well, upgrade this Ran all the way if I can help it. And then let's start destroying these Suwatos. Yeah, because those tentacles are being a bit of a logistical problem, it seems like, in the back line. It's stopping my bunny army from moving a bit more forwards, which is, of course, problems. I need this... Well, I want this Yamame to keep hitting more in general then. I don't necessarily have the most space yet. I also just need more physical attack in this case then. In which case then I would just want like another Raisin, quite frankly. Just be firing away. I do think. Entangling Aura is going to be hitting on that end, so it's freezing my towers from attacking. That is the other logistical problem with these voids. Copy that. So, while the Banuis, if they get over, like if they spawn over here, it's not a problem for the Yuka necessarily, but it's a problem for my other towers. Copy that. Copy that. Okay. I'm thinking to myself, honestly, get a few more Raisins around. I just want more physical firepower support, I do think. I think it's going to be the biggest thing that I just want to have on my close end. Because the Suwatos, just having that, having magic armor when it comes to it, is one of the biggest problems that I'm dealing with here. I think I am going to go ahead and unlock this chest and break even when it comes to it. Thank you, Windows. I don't want to update out of active hours when it comes to it here. Because I just need these... I need everybody here to just die in the background. Raisins are doing good work. We're on wave 14 of 15, and despite these tentacles spawning in or so, it's not like we're really having any problems when it comes to these guys jumping. That is a lot of Suwatos, and they are annoying, I'm not going to lie. But my recent army can actually just claw through them slowly but surely. I don't mind sending early for that little bit of extra cash. It's just going to be another Raisin going up in power then. Another Marissa also could have been in it. Unknown Tentacle. A giant monster that rose from the bottom of the Wind God's Light. This similar creature was found in a tattooed manuscript from Kuruindo, which is called the Elder God. I have no idea what this is a reference to necessarily, but quite frankly, sir, you cannot be here. You cannot be here, sir. Yamame, poison this fool. Poison the fool right now. Form up! Surround them all! I'll be honest, I just got the Kaguya for an extra bunny on the lane, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here otherwise then. To start frankly, it seems like they've kind of got everything else taken care of, so I just want Yamame to just be hitting over and over again. The big battle is this a reference to a Touhou big battle? In that case then, I suppose? I need Yamame to be like on the corner, that way Cherno can keep slowing. Because Marissa's still doing a lot of work over here in this case. I just want her to stay within range, so honestly, unlock this final one right here. Then she can keep on shooting. I'm just gonna whack you a bunch with the blue mana that I have. With the green mana, and then I have to whack the tentacle because those centaurs are frozen, and I need y'all to be hitting otherwise in this case then for now. Quite frankly, two Marissas ain't gonna be bad when it comes to it then for hitting them over and over again. That can just keep working away. I legit don't have to worry about these bozos otherwise then. The waves are such a non-factor because Ran just is going to deal with them wholeheartedly on her own. And then it's just really if I can burn this bozo down. Seeing Sanai's move on, which is a problem. I'm also seeing that these tentacles spawning are impacting my ability to do things. There's so many of them, and it's freezing all my towers. Interesting problem. But it's not bad at all, because I have more than enough of these bunny summons to help out. Okay. I don't know why they're stopping necessarily. Oh, is it the fairy? That's doing that this mischievous ass fairy. Well, look. Man's about to die. We only beat those two wolves at the beginning, and I don't think we necessarily had a problem otherwise. I mean, just because I had such a good summon army for my two Kaguya's. Because once that Sanai's gone, we just have to deal with the remnants, and I do think that we are fine, my good sir. I'll put an Utsuho till they can. Repeated explosions. Thank you, Utsuho. Grab me a Marissa. Let me just burn the last of these Sanais down. And that should be a nice and easy chapter victory. Lovely! And still 3 stars. I will take that. Thank you very much. Now we get Futo! And Yukari. Futo is another playable character when it comes to it then that I could show off. She has a lot more CC in her kit when it comes to it here, so you can see her regular attack is Flying Plates. They'll place to strike multiple targets, so get a bit of AoE. Summon a tornado that stuns and sets in nearby enemies, and ignite the ground and damage enemies that pass through it. I think I just always personally like Yomu the most when it comes to it, just for the fact that she hits a lot harder and you just need to deal with leakage. But Futo is interesting with how she can offer more crowd control support in case your towers can do more. So I'll try her out for one mission just to show off how she does work. Just so that y'all can see, and well, I'm not gonna do much but just change my hairband when it comes to it then, because I can't do gray hair unfortunately. Or silver. Well, I could kind of get close to it, I'll be honest with you, but not too much more. I can just darken my hair, but not much. That and more silvery eyes. Not much to really embark on. I need to make a edit to this model where it's white hair, so that way it can really go with silver hair and everything like that onwards then. I'll do Futo, just for the sake, and then we have Yukari, which is a Danmaku hit. So the main thing is that she has only 1 damage per hit as opposed to 8, but Sage's Days. Damage increases the longer the attack, where she can, at level 3, she teleports enemies away, and level 5, summons a trap to knock back enemies. She gets to disrupt waves, and in essence, she's really good at destroying big strong enemies on their own, so at the Sanais, because while Raisin is just a solid attacker over time, Yukari is able to basically put a laser beam on one person and slowly but surely wear them down. So, That's right, let's keep Utsuho in just for rotation, but let's move Racing now just to showcase things, I do think. Let's go back to another chapter that I maybe could do earlier then. The Misty Lake? Maybe? Let's see what I've got. Increased defense for all summon units should be very good. I think I'd like to upgrade Danmaku Tower range though. I want to get to that last upgrade then, when it gets to the end. Ramping damage, alright, yeah, let's show this off. So let's go to the Misty Lake, I suppose. Jolty Sats, Giant Fairy Maids. So let's showcase her off. I think I'll go ahead upgrade her as much as I can. And then I think the other idea is probably get the usual a Yamame or two to help out on the Danmaku side. And legit, you know it, you love it, it's a Kaja at the end. Hello, Rabbit? Why's there Rabbit going on that path? Anyway, Futo attack is these plates that will bounce around to multiple enemies. I can use this tornado to exactly so CC people, or I can put fire on the ground, which is going to be damaging hits when it comes to it then, which is very big, but that's the ultimate, of course. And then Yukari, as you see, is just solid, consistent damage that ramps up the more that she attacks somebody when it comes to it then. So she's really good at, for example, this exact mission of just getting to wear down these big-ass enemies. And of course, when you get a level 5, not only does he get to do big things, like might disrupt people, but it wouldn't be Yukari without summoning a giant train now, would it be? Alright, let's do my part in it then. These Meiwings do have physical defense, so just gotta do what I can in that case then. And honestly, another Yukari would not hurt too much here when it comes to it. Because this is a lot of big boys, and I do not have any cleave necessarily when it comes to it. So Yukari can deal with one person, but she doesn't have any big defense otherwise that she can help with. That, and I'm gonna need this Kaguya to move over a bit to deal with these incoming vampire bats is gonna be the biggest thing. Yukari! I need you! Thank you. Right, increase the range. I want this Kaguya to be way better. These little moon rabbits will help out as well along the line. And then, oh my goodness gracious, look at how big that Yukari range is. That is so hilarious with grief. Alright, match level Yamame. We have that kind of just chilling for us then. And then yeah, this Yukari can just kind of really take care of a lot of things for us then. That is so hilariously lovely, I am not going to lie. Right. Another Yukari on the ends, Yamame's to help out. Get that going right there. Yeah, the fact that Yukari just can teleport people around her so means that, like, you see ramping damage. That's just 13s overall, but she just gets to be such a disruption force that it's actually ridiculous. Alright, I need to upgrade this Rayan. And the level 5 upgrade is of course free when it gets to the end of the day there, so that is great for me. I think I do want our tornado to go on this way here. And then a Usoho would honestly be pretty helpful in my opinion afterwards then. Keep this even upped, so we can keep things going here. These pumpkin heads shouldn't be a problem. The one Yukari should be able to wear it down. Lovely. I would be slightly concerned about the anti-air, but this Kaguya is taking care of things, so absolutely not a problem. In that case then, have this Yukari just start hitting these jolty sats. There's a Safier here. He did freeze my one Yutari. Problem. Kind of. Kind of its problem, I'm not gonna lie. So, if I could have her get stalled, and then I would like to use my fire from Futo. And then I absolutely do need to upgrade this Cherno, I do think, because I need the slowing zone. Because the big problem then is that Kadia is going to need some anti-air support, which I am not able to supply yet. And then yeah, if I can have 2 Yukaris, it's essentially what is going to be 2 Yukaris shooting off full blast at all times, that would be very, very good. These chains are good disruption. These plates are what I need for some help then. And then it's really just going to come down to Kadia cleaning up the excess then. Afterwards at all. The bats are getting worn down pretty nice and easily then. Thank goodness. And then anybody that might want to lead through, I can just put one more Kadia at the end, if needed. But you're seeing perfect like mission to showcase what Yutari does in comparison to Racing. So Racing's got quicker, bigger bursts, but Yutari can absolutely ramp up and help out in both teleporting back smaller crowds of enemies while dealing with bigger ones then, and just a lot more general disruption as opposed to just, yeah, straight up damage that Racing offers. So let's keep moving on to the Spider Mine. The mystery of the incident was almost clear. These strange creatures were originated from the underworld. Reimu and a growing team rode the minecart to the depth of the underworld, but it seemed that the yokais living there were not going to let them pass so easily. Their ferocious nature was enhanced by the effect of the incident.